Hi, friends. Do you know about the seasons? Well, I'll tell you what season it is for me right now. It is winter, and winter is cold, which is why I have the fire on behind me, because that keeps me nice and warm. There are 4 seasons in the year. Do you know what they are? Let's see. There's winter. Yeah, winter's cold. Sometimes there's snow. You could build a snowman. You can drink hot chocolate in the winter. Do you know what comes after winter? Spring. Oh, and spring is when the new leaves start to grow on the trees, and there's flowers growing, and butterflies and birds start to come out again. What comes after the spring? Summer. That's right. Summer's hot. And a lot of people like to go to the pool or like to go to the beach in the summer and drink lemonade to stay cool because it's very hot in the summer. And then who knows what comes after summer? Fall or autumn. Some people call it autumn. Some people call it fall. That's my favorite season. And the leaves start to change color. It's fun to play in the leaves, right? Lots of pumpkins and apples around. Those are the 4 seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall. I have a book to read to you today, and it's called 4 Puppies. Just like there's 4 seasons, in this book there are 4 puppies. And these little puppies don't know anything about the changing of the seasons, and they get a little confused when they see how the world is changing around them. Let's read about these 4 little puppies and see what they learn. 4 puppies. Oops, that's the back of the book. There's the front of the book. 4 puppies. There were once 4 new puppies who lived in a warm, dark corner by the stove. Those puppies had never been outdoors because they were too little. They didn't know about sky or trees or grass. They didn't even know about summer or fall or winter or spring until they were old enough to go out the door to the sunny porch outside. At first, the stairs were too big for the little puppies to go down. Then one day, the stairs didn't look so big anymore. "They are smaller," said one puppy. "No, we are bigger," said his brothers. Then those 4 little puppies went flop, hop, and tumble down the stairs and into the great big world outside. Oh, and it looks like summer outside. Look how warm it is. And the trees are full of green leaves, and there are butterflies and birds all over the place. They sniffed the fresh green smell of the grass. They raced on the grass, and they rolled on the grass, and they turned somersaults in the grass all afternoon. "Oh my, what a fine place this is," said the 4 little puppies. Every day the 4 puppies went out to play. They pounced at caterpillars. They chased butterflies. They ran round and round after their shadows. They had so much fun that they didn't like to go back inside, even when there was nice hot chicken broth for supper. Then one morning the stairs looked even smaller. "And we're even bigger," said the puppies. And they walked down those stairs, plop, 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 as easy as pie. But the 4 little puppies were so busy playing that they didn't see that the big world was changing too, until it had changed so much that they couldn't play the same games anymore. A funny little wind tickled their ears. They didn't have shadows because the sun was behind a cloud. The grass felt cool. The butterflies had gone. The caterpillars were hiding. And the leaves began to turn yellow and red. "Oh dear," said the puzzled puppies. The next day, whoosh, the wind knocked all the petals off a rose, and swoosh, it blew the leaves right off the trees. Those 4 puppies tried to put the petals back on the rose. They tried to put the leaves back on the trees, but they couldn't, so they started to cry. Can you tell what season it has become? That's right. It's fall. It's autumn. "You silly Billies, there's nothing to cry about," said a friendly red squirrel in the hickory tree. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. He's going to make those puppies feel better. "When the leaves turn red and yellow and come off the trees, it means that summer is over and fall
has come. Why, you'll just have more fun than ever, said the squirrel.
And the squirrel was right. Leaves as crisp as cornflakes covered the ground. The four little puppies scuffed around in the leaves and buried themselves under the leaves and kicked the leaves up in the air. They had so much fun that they didn't like to go inside, even when there were lamb chops for supper. Then one morning, when the puppies went out to play, they didn't have to walk plop, plop down the stairs. They could jump down the steps 2 at a time.
The stairs are even smaller, said one puppy. No, we are even bigger, said his brothers.
Look how big those puppies are becoming. But they didn't see that the big world was changing too until it had changed so much that they couldn't play the same games anymore. The water in the puddles was as hard as glass. A rough wind blew their ears back and blew the leaves clear out of the yard.
Oh dear, cried the puzzled little puppies.
They tried to hold on to the leaves, but still they blew away faster and faster. So the puppies started to cry.
You silly billies, there's nothing to cry about,
said the friendly red squirrel in the hickory tree. You see the squirrel? There he is.
When there's ice on the puddles and the north wind blows, it means that fall is over and winter has come. You'll just have more fun than ever.
Oh, it's a new season. It's winter. And the squirrel was right. For the next day, when the puppies went out to play, everything was white with snow. Every day after that, those four little puppies parted the snow with their noses and slid down the bank and made footprints in the snow. They had so much fun that they didn't like to go inside, even when there were great big beef bones for supper. One morning, the puppies were so big that they could jump down the stairs 3 at a time, boink. But they didn't notice that the big world was changing too until it had changed so much that they couldn't play the same games anymore. The sunshine was warmer. It wasn't raining, but the water kept dripping from the trees. The snowbank was too small to slide down. And the next day there were bare brown patches on the ground with no snow at all.
Oh dear, cried the puzzled little puppies.
They tried to push the snow into a pile so that they could keep it to play with, but the snow turned to water and sank into the ground right under their paws. So the puppies started to cry.
You silly billies, there's nothing to cry about,
said the friendly red squirrel in the hickory tree.
When the sun gets warmer and melts the snow, it means that winter is over and spring has come. And you'll soon guess for yourselves what comes after spring. It's like a wheel turning round and round.
And the squirrel was right. Oh, look, now it's spring. Some tiny green stalks poked up out of the ground. The puppies and the stalks grew bigger every day. And one day the puppies jumped down all the steps at once and found leaves and flowers on every stalk.
That's how the big world looked when we first saw it, they cried.
And they began to bark happily, woof, 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 for they had guessed what comes after spring. What comes after spring?
Summer is what comes after spring, cried the first puppy. Butterflies again. Then fall, said the second puppy. Crisp leaves again. Then winter, said the third puppy. Nice white snow again. Then spring, said the fourth puppy. Brand new leaves again. And everything starts all over again every spring,
all the puppies cried together. The friendly red squirrel looked down at them from the hickory tree.
Now that you know all that, you are not puzzled little puppies anymore, he said. Well, what are we then?
asked the puppies.
You are big, brave dogs, he said.
And the squirrel was right, as usual. The end. And that is the 4 little puppies. And they learned all about the 4 seasons. Winter, spring, summer. And fall or autumn. Yay. What's your favorite season? I'd love to hear about it. All right, friends. See you next time. Bye-bye.